This is the first lecture covering the concepts from Unit 12, which focuses on classifiers. You've all heard me talk about classifiers and how important they are in ASL. Yet most of your instruction so far has focused on glossed signs. Gloss signs are important for defining things, but in fact the majority of signs used in ASL discourse are classifiers. Gloss signs have an English word equivalent, but classifiers are signs that represent a class of things rather than something specific. The manipulation of classifiers comprises about 60% of pure ASL discourse. Glossed signs, which do represent specific discrete concepts, comprise about 30% of the discourse in pure ASL. In other words, sentences that contain only glossed signs are lacking the full spectrum of signed language. Descriptive classifiers, instrument classifiers, location classifiers, and body part classifiers need to be included in your sentences to create full-bodied, well-rounded, robust ASL. This pie chart shows the breakdown of the type of signs that comprise pure ASL discourse when signed by fluent natural signers. As you can see, 60% are classifiers, 30% are glossed signs, and the remaining 10% are finger-spelled words. In ASL 4, my goal is to push you to begin thinking in ASL. Most of you are still signing in English and relying heavily on glossed signs. To succeed at ASL, your linguistic conceptualization must shift from linear thought to 3D visualization. Now is the time to break free of the bonds of English and start thinking visually. Classifiers are therefore extremely important to understand if you are to improve your signing skills. Most of what mystifies people about ASL are the classifiers. There are several types of classifiers that we will investigate. Although classifiers contain an intuitive component, their use is governed by strict visual spatial grammar. That is why you can sometimes guess at a good classifier for your concept and succeed, while at other times you make a guess to convey the message and it fails. I hope that Unit 12 will improve your ability to use appropriate classifiers in the correct ways. Good ASL narratives use a variety of classifier types. Unit 12 focuses on instrument classifiers, which show how something works or is used. Descriptive classifiers, which show how something looks and provides details about minutiae. And locative classifiers, which show where something is specifically in relation to other people, objects, or places. Later in this lecture, we will discuss body part classifiers. But let's start with these first three. Instrument classifiers show how something works or is used. Instrument classifiers mime the action or function of the object. They are used in combination with glossed signs and descriptive classifiers. ICLs always include non-manual markers, as the whole body and face are necessary to acting out the function of the object. Most instrument classifiers are intuitive and universally comprehensible. Descriptive classifiers give information about size, shape, texture, surface quality, minutia, and the amount of wear and tear. Let's look at some examples now. There are strict rules governing the use of hand shapes for classifiers. All spherical things use two claw 5 hand shapes. All disc-shaped things use the bent L hand shape. Cone-shaped things use a C to S or an F hand shape. All cylindrical things use a C or an F hand shape depending on size. C is for a large or a medium cylinder, and F is for a small cylinder. And all square-shaped things use B hand shapes, or for very small cubes, G hand shapes. These are the designated hand shapes for descriptive classifiers. If you vary them, you may unintentionally change the meaning of your sign. The non-manual markers used should match and enhance the meaning of your descriptive classifier. These are the designated non-manual markers for size, but there are other non-manual markers that indicate texture, wear and tear, surface quality, and location. We will explore more of these non-manual markers in part 2 of this lecture. Location classifiers use the signing space to set up concepts and show how they are spatially related. Location classifiers do a lot of work in ASL, demonstrating concepts of movement, distance, and relation in space and time. It is common to set up the main idea, location, or person in your sentence, and then build the rest of the discourse in spatial relation to it. This is how we use location classifiers.